Good afternoon to our distinguished faculty, dedicated staff, my fellow students, and our vibrant campus community. Today we will begin with the land acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that Stanislaus State is located on the traditional lands of the Yokut Nations. Our campus is built on the unceded ancestral lands of these indigenous tribes. Thank you for allowing us to honor the Yokuts and give our gratitude to their ancestors and descendants for their constant and careful stewardship of this land. Moving on to the labor acknowledgement. We pause to recognize and acknowledge the labor upon which our country, state, and institution are built. We remember that our country is built on the labor of enslaved people who were kidnapped and brought to the U.S. from the African continent and recognize the continued contribution of their survivors. We also acknowledge all immigrant labor, including voluntary, involuntary, trafficked, forced, and undocumented peoples who contributed and continue to contribute to the building of the country and continue to serve within our labor force today. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the start of another exciting fall semester. My name is Erica Darlene Lepper, and I am honored to be serving as the ASI president. Delivering this speech today feels bittersweet, as it marks the end of my fall semester of my undergrad studies. And I can't help but reflect how quickly my time has flown here since I first arrived at Stan State in 2022. Yet, even now, our campus continues to still feel just as welcoming and full of life as it did back then. Whether you are a new student, a returning student, or a transfer student, I want you to know that you belong at Stanislaus State, and you are never alone. Our entire student body, faculty, and staff are a community of people who genuinely care and want to support you in your academic journey every step of the way. This semester, I encourage you to find opportunities to allow you to grow, learn, thrive, both academically and personally. After classes, go explore our beautiful campus. Find your favorite study spot. Hang out with your friends at the Warrior Grill. Join a club that aligns with your passions, or simply do something that pushes you outside of your comfort zone. By the end, you will be proud of all of the connections, experiences, and memories you made, all because you decided to put yourself out there. I also want to take a moment to extend my deepest gratitude to our faculty and staff. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to student success. Your guidance, support, and mentorship make all the difference in shaping not only academic outcomes, but future leaders as well. As we step into the fall semester, let's carry forward a sense of purpose, curiosity, and compassion for one another. Let's lift each other up, celebrate our diversity, and support one another through both our challenges and achievements. Together, we can make this semester one to remember. Thank you for being here today and for contributing to this amazing community. I'm wishing you all a successful, meaningful, and memorable year ahead. Thank you, and go Warriors! I would like to now introduce our next speaker, Aria.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Dr. Aria Lamy, and I am our faculty, what am I? I'm the Speaker of the Faculty Senate. Yes. All right, welcome, everyone, to another academic year at Stan State. I'm going to keep my comments short because we're here to hear our president give our opening remarks. But I do want to say that as we all prepare to welcome everyone back to campus, all while we continue to deal with the external challenges to our mission of providing a cost-effective, robust, and meaningful liberal arts education to such a driven and inspiring community of students, I want to remind all of us how impactful and powerful direct communication can be. Throughout the last academic year, I heard many colleagues from across divisions comment on the siloing that has developed over time on our campus, potentially a lingering result of the COVID years. So before I present our main speaker of the afternoon, I'd like to encourage everyone to pick up the phone, write the email, shoot the text, send the team's message, find a carrier pigeon, something. Let's start connecting with each other across campus and get the dialogue and conversations flowing again. Let's continue working toward a Stay in State community that is connected to one another, as well as to our students and the community itself. Without further ado, I'd like to hand the mic over to our president, Dr. Britt Rios Ellis.
Thank you. Thanks so much. And Aria knows that I will pick up the phone because the poor guy is the recipient of many of my phone calls. So thank you, Aria. So hello, warriors y buenos días, guerreros. I'm thrilled to be with you today. Whether you're joining us in Snyder Hall or online, I want to welcome you to the 2024-25 academic year. While these are certainly challenging times, and as we witness drastic changes in higher education and other sectors, please know that we stand together as warriors, ready to ensure a positive impact on our students, our alumni, our partners, and our community members throughout the Central Valley and throughout the great state of California. Before we dive in, I want to take a moment to recognize important voices in our shared governance structure and to thank them and all of our audience for strengthening the Stay in State signal. To our ASI President, Erica Lepper, please accept my heartfelt thanks for getting us off to a great start this afternoon. I'm also grateful to all of our ASI representatives, our Student Center Board of Directors for your leadership and ensuring that our focus remains on what is most important to our mission, and that is our students. I also wish to offer my profound appreciation to Senate Speaker Arya Lamy and our faculty members. You are at the heart of providing our students with an exceptional experience and shifting their life trajectories and those of their families for generations to come. To our staff council and all of our staff members, thank you for your hard work, your kindness, and your enthusiasm, and everything you do to foster a collaborative environment that enhances campus welfare even in difficult times. It's also my privilege to welcome members of our foundation board and alumni advisory council. Adrian, representing the entire CSU, now know that we are so proud of you and honored by you. Thank you. I would also like to recognize our local city, county, and state elected officials and representatives, as well as community members and business leaders for joining us. We have Dr. Brian Saunders. Brian, where are you? Right there from MJC, our increasing partner as we build partnerships with Modesto Junior College. Thank you so much. We sincerely appreciate all of your partnerships as we head out in this journey this academic year. I want to introduce the group of leaders who work alongside me to guide and support our beloved university. Each member of my cabinet brings experience, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to our mission. So please stand when I call your name. Dr. Rich Ogle, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Rose McAuliffe, Vice President for Business and Finance and Chief Financial Officer. Dr. Rosalie Rush, Vice President for Strategic Communications. Where's Rosalie? Marketing. Where is she? Back there. And partnership engagement. She is strategic communications, so of course she's at the back making sure that everything's good at the front. Michelle Kincannon, Interim Senior Associate Vice President for Human Resources, Equal Opportunity, and Compliance. Naisha Rhodes, Director of Presidential Initiatives. And from the Chancellor's Office, Gail Gralnick, who's joining us on Zoom, our General Counsel. Also, Catherine Wooten, our recently appointed Vice President for University of Advancement, who has hit the ground running. Dr. Cindy Vassad, who's transitioned into the role of Interim Vice President for Student Affairs, bringing strong leadership to serve our students. Cindy is attending on Zoom today. It also gives me immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Gabriela Nuño as our Chief of Staff. There you go, right? Who joined the Office of the President this June. And part of my extended cabinet, Susan Eggman, former senator, who's working with us part-time in driving governmental affairs. I'd also like to take a moment, and this is off script, to recognize my media naranja, or the other half of my orange, Dr. Enrique Rios Ellis, my husband. So, who also guides me every day. So please join me in, well, I knew already did the round of applause, but let's just do it again. For this exceptional cabinet team with which I am blessed to lead. So this past year, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it's been transformative in many ways, and I am deeply proud of what we have accomplished together as a warrior community, such as the considerable progress we've made in managing our budget deficit, which started with $13.65 million. I want to also thank you for helping us expand community partnerships, which has been so important to advance student success and inclusion. And I want to take a moment to reflect on the substantial happenings throughout this past year. In May, we proudly honored more than 3,000 Warrior graduates and had the opportunity to celebrate our collective why. Commencement was a profoundly moving experience for me. Graduate after graduate, I felt a special energy, a warrior's energy that I still carry with me today. I worked for a long time in Mayan communities, and they would always talk about vibrating a certain way, and I held that vibration close to me for a long, long time, trying to figure out what it was. You've probably heard me say that Valley Tough is also Valley Kind, because of the great folks that Enrique and I have met throughout the Central Valley. After reflecting this past year, I've realized that what has made me vibrate on this different level is something that I call cariño. And unfortunately, like many words in Spanish, cariño is often diminutized. It's made less of. If you look it up in an English dictionary, it's going to tell you sweetie, cutie, honey, affection, other words that do not even come close to expressing the power of cariño. Cariño is a powerful value, particularly for an HSI or Hispanic Serving Institution, because it is deeply felt and reinforced. It represents one of the highest forms of emotional intelligence, and it is truly a reflection of love and justice in action. Cariño is accountable, it is encouraging, and it is reflective of the deepest forms of commitment and desire for better. And guess what? Our students, our community, our alumni, our faculty, staff, we have cariño in spades. And I really saw this reflected throughout the year, but also really reinforced in commencement. When someone is cariñoso, you know that they can be counted on and will show up for you. It is the epitome of what Maya Angelou, her quote that says, people might forget what you said and what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Cariño is a force for good, and it is reflected in warrior strength and the ganas, or desire to achieve. With cariño, we can take the hard problems and accomplish what once seemed impossible. And given the current context that we are facing nationally and in the state of California, cariño is certainly our superpower here at Stan State, as we face a myriad of issues in higher education today. And I want to give a shout out to our faculty for very cariñosamente adding the students that you've needed to your classes so that we can get those wait lists down. I want to give you a big round of applause. Leading with cariño means that we have our students' well-being and future at the center of our intention at all times. I want you to know that it is with cariño that I pledge to lead Stan State. As we head into the new academic year, we've already received more national recognition for the value and impact of a Stan State education. When we started focusing on the rankings a little bit, it's always kind of a scary moment because you feel like, oh, maybe they're gonna go down, maybe they're gonna go up. Well, for Stan State, they just keep going up. Money.com has once again awarded Stan State a 5-star rating, our second consecutive year receiving this honor. This places us among the top 50 colleges nationwide for value, affordability, and most importantly, student outcomes. Only 19 public universities in the nation received 5 stars, and Stan State is the only institution in the Central Valley to achieve this honor. For the first time, we also earned, for the very first time, a spot on the Princeton Review's Best Colleges list, which recognizes the high return on investment, affordability, and academic strength we offer our students. Stan State is the only CSU and university in the Central Valley to achieve this distinction. Additionally, we were named number 9 for Best Schools for Making an Impact and number 19 for Best Schools for Financial Aid. And this is a testament to the dedication of our faculty and staff. Yet another indicator of our the high value of a Stan State degree is this year's Golden Opportunities California Mobility Index, published by the College Futures Foundation. We moved from 4th to 3rd, just behind Cal State LA and Dominguez Hills. This makes us the top institution in the Central Valley, pointing once again to why Stan State is the best choice for 4-year universities. While national recognition is powerful, what matters most is how our collective work is responsive in addressing and enriching our campus community and beyond. And one example of this impact is our new $31 million Residential Life Village 4. Thank you, Rose. We got the last slot at the Chancellor's office. When completed in summer 2027, this 27,000 square foot housing facility will provide 120 student beds, 3 resident advisor units, collaborative study and lounge spaces, laundry facilities, and a community kitchen at every floor. Construction is set to begin later this year, and we look forward to watching it take shape. What is also important is how we're using this opportunity to respond to Warrior student needs. In this past academic year, 7% of our students identified as parents. To foster a holistic experience, we will create synergies, such as exploring ways housing and our new state-of-the-art Child Development Center can collaborate to meet the needs of our student parents and their families. Another campus project that I want to highlight is the groundwater recharge basin construction that will expand our signature water reclamation system. This innovative sustainability effort will allow us to capture and store up to an additional 20 million gallons of rainwater to slowly replenish the aquifer beneath our campus. This project is an example of resource stewardship and our ongoing commitment to sustainability, which is especially critical as climate change impacts our water supply and drought continues to challenge right where we live in the Central Valley. We are currently pursuing the Seal of Excelencia as we lean into our HSI status. I'm not sure if you remember, but last year I said we're living in our HSI status. This year we're leaning into it, and next year we're going to be thriving within it. This is a national recognition from Excelencia in Education. I want to thank Carolina Alfaro, Anna York, Arturo Nevares, Dai Lee, Gaby Nuño, and Provost Ogle, and the entire team for putting together a great evaluation document called the CITA, or Seal Serving Institutional Transformation Assessment. We do love our acronyms in higher ed, you all know this, which was submitted just a couple weeks ago, marking an important step as we lean into our HSI status. Our next step will be to prepare for the SEAL application. Research has shown definitely that equity-minded practices articulated through the SEAL process help institutions better serve Latine and all students. Pursuing this certification challenges us to think about how we support and serve students throughout their journey, and it reflects our values as a Hispanic Serving Institution, or HSI, and as an emerging Asian Pacific Islander, Native American Pacific Islander Serving Institution, or what we know nationally as an ANAPISI with a double A at the beginning. I'm excited to announce that we were awarded a 5-year, $1.2 million grant from the CSU to expand opportunities and strengthen support for our growing ANAPI and APIDA populations. I want to recognize the faculty members and staff who shaped the proposal and are working to bring its vision to life, including Dr. Dana Nakano. I know he's here. He's right there. Ann Vaughn, Sasha Joseph Matthews, Sarah Bissonette, June Ha An, Vincent Laws, and our own marketing director, Mandeep Kaira. These efforts position Stan State to better serve who we are becoming and our entire campus community. And these actions, combined with academic excellence, show what we already know. Stan State is rising and leading through teaching, learning, and service as a national model for access, impact, and innovation. In the same way that this next year is filled with promise, purpose, and possibility, we will also face what are seemingly sometimes insurmountable challenges. As we continue to witness institutions of higher education in California and throughout the nation face dilemmas that were unimaginable a year ago, please know that although our learning curve is sometimes steep within the dynamic environment we collectively find ourselves, we will stand up for the noble cause of what is higher education. Our vision is bold. We will deepen our commitment to student success, expand our regional impact, and continue building a transparent and responsive culture wherein we all contribute to collective success. Last year, I shared a vision centered on strengthening budget, advancing student success, building partnerships, and fostering an inclusive and collaborative culture. Today, I'm excited to share how we've been turning that vision into action and how we can build on this momentum together. As we chart our path forward, I want to uplift the principle of systemness, not only regarding how we engage as part of the CSU, the largest university system in the nation, but in how we operate as a unified, student-centered system here at Stan State. Systemness translates into action when we align our efforts, share resources, and build partnerships to ensure that all of our available resources are best serving our students. Our Stockton campus is growing into a hub for innovation, access, and workforce development, with several funding opportunities, including grant and philanthropic efforts, underway. This year, we will celebrate the opening of our new academic building, a facility designed to meet the needs of today's learners and tomorrow's leaders. It will feature state-of-the-art labs and classrooms, facilitating hands-on experiences that prepare students for careers in high-demand fields. Our efforts highlight Stan State's role as a change maker and workforce developer in San Joaquin County and throughout the Central Valley, catalyzing industry partnerships. And we hope that you will join us later this year for the building dedication in Stockton. The Stockton campus is also becoming a home for a KIPP charter school, a public charter school, creating a dynamic learning environment where education is shaped by collaboration across K through 12, higher education, and community partners. New academic programming is expanding opportunities for students in the region, while our nursing, behavioral health, and mental health programs continue to anchor Stockton as a future leader in training the health and human services workforce our communities urgently need. As San Joaquin County grows at a rapid pace, I think it's the fastest growing county in the state of California, so does the need for public higher education. We are looking forward to exploring opportunities in San Joaquin. We'll talk more about these in the months to come, but I want to underscore that what we do in San Joaquin Valley is strategically aligned with North Valley Thrive and Stanislaus 2030, which are multi-sector coalitions leading our vision and planning for a more accessible future for our growing region. This year, we're moving forward with a clear focus on strategic planning. And what makes this work so powerful is that it is a grassroots effort shaped by the passion, the expertise, and the lived experiences of so many of you, our faculty, our staff, our students, our alumni, and our community members. At the heart of this effort are what we call our Blue Dot teams, or institutional priority work groups. These groups, named for the blue dots that first marked our priority areas in early planning maps, create vision for bold inquiry, collective visioning, and the thoughtful exchange of ideas to inform our path forward. Rather than prescribing solutions, these collaborative efforts invite inclusive dialogue and co-creation grounded in shared commitment to student success, regional vitality, and a flourishing university community. Strategic Planning Blue Dot community members, could you please, our Strategic Planning Committee members, can you please stand and be recognized? Great. Thank you so much. And I know there's some more on Zoom. This work reflects systemness here at Stan State, the strength we gain when we collaborate across divisions and disciplines to serve better. While there's still more to do, I want to thank each and every one of you who shared your time, your creativity, and your vision. Because of your engagement, our strategic plan will help reflect who we are and who we aspire to be. Our plan is not just for a stronger Stan State, it's for a thriving Central Valley. I'm especially proud of the work we've done in collaboration with our Academic Senate Executive Committee. Together, we've modeled inclusive, value-driven leadership and shared governance, ensuring that our decisions are strategic, they're equitable, and they're grounded in what's best for our students. One of my favorite parts of the fall welcome is the opportunity to recognize the exceptional work of our faculty. So I am so thrilled to congratulate Dr. Alak Arun. Are you here? If you're here, could you please stand up? Oh, he's on. Oh, there he is. Good job. So Dr. Arun is from our Department of Biology, and he recently earned, or was awarded and earned, a $435,000 grant from Beam Circular to establish the Center for Sustainable Biotechnology, a hub for hands-on training and community innovation in the circular bioeconomy. This groundbreaking project will help shape a greener workforce for Stanislaus County, serving more than 4,000 students and community members over the course of its 5-year trajectory. I also want to celebrate Professor of Geography Agustin Avunudiogba, selected as one of the 30 Fulbright scholars across the CSU to represent us on the global stage. Is he here? He's online. He recently traveled to Nigeria as a Carnegie African Diaspora Fellow and will return next year through the Fulbright program to collaborate at the Federal University of Technology in Akure. His work exemplifies the global impact and scholarly excellence that warriors bring to the world. At Stan State, we are providing immersive, high-impact practices that deepen learning, expand worldviews, and ensure that transformational global experiences are within reach for all warriors. Excellent examples of this practice in action are our short-term, low-cost study abroad experiences, such as those in Mexico and Puerto Rico. These experiences are also grounded in regional workforce initiatives focused on the circular bioeconomy and building capacity for innovation and entrepreneurial activity. They are glocal, and that's a new word, global and local, in intent. That is, connecting global thinking and local impact. This summer, a group of warriors also traveled with criminal justice professor Sebastian Sklowski to Germany and Poland, where he guided them through Holocaust history to inspire global awareness, particularly right now. Whether through short-term affordable programs or global explorations that dive into our universal humanity, our students are engaging with culture, language, and history in ways that shape their identities and prepare them to lead with purpose in an increasingly connected world. That same spirit of exploration and access extends beyond travel opportunities to the cutting-edge ways in which we are preparing students for the future. Innovation isn't just a buzzword at Stan State, it's a commitment. And nowhere is that more evident than in how our faculty are leading with intention in the rapidly evolving world of artificial intelligence. I am so proud that 4 of our own have earned funding in the CSU's first ever Artificial Intelligence Educational Innovations Challenge. Congratulations go to Betsy Udy, Adam Devitt, sorry, I needed to say that correctly, Devitt, Jamie Johns, and John Whitman. Are they here? Are any of them here? Are any of them here? Can you stand and be recognized? Good job. Believe me, when I get those awards, I count who got how many. And we got as many as, there were only 3 CSUs that brought in 4, and we were one of them. So I called Rich right away and I said, please congratulate them, that's amazing. Out of the 63 projects chosen across the CSU, their work represents global collaboration, early childhood education, the performing arts, and writing instruction, all grounded in ethical, student-centered use of AI. Our faculty are ensuring warriors won't just adapt to the future, they will define it. This summer, Governor Newsom signed California's Budget Act of 2025. While we were spared the most severe cuts, the CSU is still navigating a challenging financial environment, as is the rest of the nation. The CSU is facing a deferred allocation of $144 million, about 3% of its base budget. And for Stan State, that impact equates to an additional $3.1 million added to our deficit. We've already made significant progress over the past year and have reduced our structural deficit by approximately $11 million. Once our enrollment numbers are official, we will provide further updates on our budget, so please visit the Budget Hub often to stay informed as new information becomes available, with attention on September, as that is census. These reductions, although very painful, have helped us to preserve academic programs, maintain course availability, and continue supporting students even as we plan for what lies ahead. Through careful planning, we are making progress toward reducing our structural deficit and accruing funds for special initiatives which will be integrated into our strategic plan. We also hope to garner revenue streams that will support our efforts. What is very clear is that innovation and entrepreneurship are welcome at Stan State. We must continue to create alternative revenue streams, such as our shared parking services, which is now generating more than $350,000 a year in revenue. Chief Olson, will you please stand and be recognized for leading this effort? Thank you. I also want to congratulate, Rose, you got to stand too, Vice President Rose McAuliffe and her team for earning 3rd place among all CSU campuses from the Chancellor's Office for excellence in financial soundness and transparency of our financial statements. That recognition reflects rigorous work on behalf of our entire campus. We're blessed to have such a skilled team navigating these difficult budget times. This year, we'll work together to tell our story more effectively, keeping the Stand State signal strong and ensuring that the transformative mission that is beloved by us is understood by our surrounding communities. It's essential that we use intentional language that reflects our community's understanding of higher ed, and that we evaluate carefully how taxpayers, prospective students, community and industry partners, and legislators make sense of what we do. We want to ensure that Stand State is in a prime position when advocating for state and federal support, while we explore entrepreneurial strategies and operational efficiencies that will strengthen our long-term outlook. And because enrollment is so closely tied to our financial health and our mission, I want to share where we stand as we head into the new year. We are cautiously optimistic about what we're seeing so far. While it's still early and these figures will shift before our official census in September. You guys got it, thank you. The trends are encouraging. Last year, we finished just shy of our enrollment target, but we saw encouraging momentum, including our first spring over spring increase in 4 years. So most campuses go down in the spring. We actually went up in the spring, which is great. That growth was driven by more new students choosing Stand State, with a 3% increase in new undergraduate enrollment across fall and spring. That translates to a strong Stand State signal, and I thank all of you for that. Based on current projections, we are trending nearly 5.6% higher in new undergraduates compared to this time last year. This reflects the tremendous work of so many who have helped ensure that our newest warriors are met with cariño, guidance, and a true sense of belonging from the very start. Early indicators also show that we are up approximately 2% in resident FTES university-wide compared to this time last year. As we refine our outreach and recruitment strategies, our shared focus will increasingly turn to retention, ensuring that our continuing students have the needed advising, course access, and degree pathways to stay on track and graduate in a timely fashion. I want to thank Maura Gatch and her team for doing such a great job on all of this. Together, we are building on our momentum and positioning Stand State for a strong year ahead. This year also brings with it some organizational and leadership changes. You'll notice a more integrated approach to our administrative structure. Human Resources now aligns under the Division of Business and Finance, streamlining support and enhancing collaboration. These changes reflect a broader cultural shift. We are working together across units with shared purpose and respect, because that's how we build the kind of community that lifts everyone. I am especially excited at the opportunity this year for the Division of Student Affairs and the Division of Academic Affairs to explore how to increase their collaboration toward the goal of maximizing student success. Together, they will form a collaboratory, one that sparks innovation, strengthens interdepartmental connections, and emphasizes shared purpose. By intentionally scaffolding the student experience through increased alignment, we clarify the why behind what we do across the full trajectory of each student's journey, allowing our approach to be more purposeful. We've done a great deal to come out of our respective silos post-pandemic, and this year we will do even more, particularly as we are preparing for a WASC accreditation report due in August and a subsequent site visit the following academic year. I want to give special thanks to the leadership and staff in academic affairs and student affairs for ensuring that students are at the forefront of all you do. In talking a little more about our why, I want to share the story of one of our remarkable students, Esteban Verdin, a third-year computer science major whose path reflects the very best Stan State has to offer. Esteban's passion for video games turned into a career calling when his first computer science class opened his eyes to the many doors this field could unlock. This spring, thanks to a Seed to Tree scholarship, he traveled to Chicago for the National HSI Best Practices Conference, his very first time on a plane and outside the state. And only one of 6 students in the entire nation selected for this honor, Esteban connected with peers and educators from across the country, discovered new ways that HSIs can open doors, and came home even more committed to mentoring fellow STEM peers and giving back to his community. His story reminds us that when we open doors for our students, they in turn open doors for others, leaving a legacy that continues to grow. And this is how we move our vision forward, by telling the world who we are. As we look into the year ahead, we want to hear from you. And by we, I mean all of us working to tell the Stan State story and keep our signal very strong. Our leadership team, our communications and marketing staff, and the entire Warrior community. We're eager to showcase the incredible work happening here, your expertise, your research, your student success stories, and use of high-impact practices, and the ways that Stan State is transforming lives across the Central Valley and throughout the state of California and the nation. When you share your story, you not only inspire those around you, you help the world see the power of Stan State, its people, and the remarkable assets we have right here. You might see your impact featured in social media, videos, or campus spotlights because your experiences deserve to be celebrated and shared. So this year, don't hesitate to share your Warrior impact. Let's show everyone how you're making a difference at Stan State and beyond. And as we share our impactful stories, we'll also be moving forward together on the major milestones that will shape our university's future. With the pulse of possibility and the power of cariño, we'll build our strategic plan. We'll open the doors to our new Stockton building and expand access in San Joaquin County. We'll align our fundraising with the programs and facilities that matter most for our students. We'll optimize what we have, work towards balancing our budget, and create new revenue streams. We'll integrate AI as a thought partner, not as a thinker, and not to replace our human or emotional intelligence, but to invest our time in what is most important. Every step we take will be about advancing our mission. And when we pair these milestones with the stories that you share, the world will see exactly why Stan State is the heart of the Valley and the pulse of possibility. Looking ahead, I want to thank each of you, our faculty, our staff, our campus leaders, our community, our alumni, for the roles you play in shaping the university and uplifting our students and communities. I'm honored to serve alongside you as we continue planting seeds of transformation that will shape our campus and region for generations. With the pulse of possibility and the power of cariño, we will keep the ever more elusive American dream, or sueño americano, alive and well at Stan State. Thank you. Gracias.